We needed a more compelling storyline. I understood why many of the girls were hurt. Obviously, some people didn't like it, but a lot of people loved it. It was one of our highest rating view counts.
It seems that whole company's marketing tactic is just PR controversies and getting hate on their artists on purpose to generate traction and to generate conversation online. And lo and behold, it works. If they're making money and we're like eating everything up, like why would they stop exploiting people? I think there's been a big pattern that we've all been seeing recently of just like companies such as Hybe exploiting young women in our face. And even though it is in our face, we kind of still will throw our money at them and still will consume everything that they're giving us. I recently have been inspired by another creator on YouTube actually to read this book called The Blank Space. I am somebody who's very interested in media studies and kind of like the crossroads of media studies with sociology to an extent. I am somebody who is very online, or at least I used to be. I have always been very deep into like Stan Twitter. I've been in the YouTube comment trenches. Like I was making Instagram fan accounts. Like I was there. I threw the first brick.
Fighting for gay rights, and people were killed.
Nobody was killed at Stonewall.
Nobody was killed.
I was really excited about reading The Blank Space because I think it just puts a lot of concepts into words of what I was feeling even within the K-pop industry. It's basically explaining the blank space as an absence of growth and culture right now. Things aren't really progressing forward. Like capitalism has kind of swallowed up creativity in the sense that we don't reward people who put in their best work. We are rewarding the people who we think should be like the cultural heroes, and we're just like, yes, money should be good. The music industry as a whole is always going to exploit people. And I think that's just going to always keep happening because, of course, the music industry in general is tied to capitalism, and capitalism is essentially exploiting people. It's really difficult to kind of support artists and support people when that is the framework that it's like going to live in no matter what we do. We do have the ability to choose our social norms and our social values. So I encourage you to exercise that. I will say with a grain of salt, like I'm only speaking as an international fan. When it comes to K-pop, I love the choreography. I love the fashion. I love the culture itself that comes with K-pop. Like it's an entirely different world. And I love how it so beautifully blends the genres together to just make something new for itself. With a grain of salt, knowing that there's a lot of like stealing and culture vulturing that happens. But like with all of that aside, like I think K-pop is a really fun place. Obviously with anything, K-pop has changed a lot over the years. We've seen a lot of things go in and out of style. We've seen a lot of companies go in and out of style. We've seen a lot of groups go in and out of style. Yeah, and that's just like the nature of culture developing, and that is fine. I don't know how much of this is because I am now a fully functioning adult and I can now think critically about things. I don't know, K-pop used to have a very unique sound, and I think that's something we can all recognize when we're saying like, oh, like who's gonna make a K-pop song? Like, why aren't K-pop artists making K-pop anymore? They're kind of just like regurgitating the big hits from like the Billboard charts that are trending. And I know a lot of people have been making a lot of think pieces about Cat's Eye, Saint Satine, New Jeans Girl. Like, come on. Like, moment of silence, actually. At what point is the K-pop that we're receiving now just like spectacle and reality TV? Even the news that is getting publicated and spoken on, like the hiatus are just like the hate that a lot of these people are getting, a lot of these young women are getting. It's becoming kind of like the same shift that MTV saw, where it's like MTV used to be a music platform, and then slowly people became more interested in reality TV as a concept, and nowadays you only really see ridiculousness like playing on MTV as a channel. We should be doing less reality TV, more ring ding dong. All I've been seeing for Saint Satine is just hate on Sakura. Again, I haven't been following it that closely, but all I know is that they made Sakura from Le Seraphim change her name to like her full name so that it could accommodate Sakura from Saint Satine. And it's like, tell me that that's not like a manufactured PR controversy. I'm trying to like refrain from speaking too much on these artists because I recognize, one, that they are young girls, and two, that it's mostly the company doing it. But yeah, like that girl is 15. I'm pretty sure she's 15. Like I'll fact check that, but I'm pretty sure that she's 15. And they're just like, yeah, let's like use hating on her as a marketing tactic. Like that'll be fun. I'm not gonna beat a dead horse. Like I know that most of the commentary that Cat's Eye gets at this point is like their music is all AI slop. People just keep making parody after parody of Cat's Eye music because it sounds all AI generated and nonsensical and very lazily produced. And it's kind of just like if they're giving us like bread and circus, like at least give us good bread and circus. Like you're just giving us like stale bread at this point. You're giving us bread that has been served many times. You're giving us bread that was like essentially equivalent to the Krabby Patty like King Triton made the one episode of SpongeBob when they were in the contest. But honestly, I think K-pop too was such a subcultural thing on the internet for a long time, especially like before 2020, before COVID. It was kind of a place where you could see marginalized people and identities at the forefront of pop groups and just music. That's what kind of drew me into K-pop, something that used to be very meaningful to people. And now it's kind of just turned into this like mass marketing, do anything we can for money. And again, I know that that's what it was always, but it's kind of just like when you give people power, it's kind of like you see what they do with it. Give them circus and bread and no one's going to care. I don't know. It's kind of just like, why do we keep falling into the marketing schemes and PR schemes? Like, why are we still giving them money? We know that like not giving a corporation money, that's like the only language they speak is money. So it's kind of like if we want to show them that this is not okay to exploit young women and to exploit, I don't know, culture, like that's one way we could do it. But companies play a very big part. There's a lot of production that goes behind it. I think the difference is that usually in like Western markets or in most global markets, like they're not really putting the company on the sleeve as they do in K-pop, which is a really interesting aspect because then we have people who are standing companies and it's like scary. It's like, are you standing Amazon, girl? Like what is happening? They care about your money. And I think that's something we all know, but it's like, it's also very sad with HYBE in general because again, I've been in K-pop for a very long time, so I kind of saw the come up of HYBE. I saw it come from a very small company to what it is now. And it's kind of just like icky to see the same misuse of power of once you like climb to the top, you are like essentially the equivalent of like an Elon Musk, the top 1% of Americans. It's really hard to change a system like that. And obviously we can't like put like a criminal system in place for this because I guess, I mean, like they tried, but especially in media, like market and culture is part of the punishment that you can deal out to like people who are misusing power. And it's great because we are the wielders of that realm. Like we are the culture, we are the market. So it's like, interesting. It's just been a lot of burnout with K-pop for me. I still love K-pop. I'm still going to be ring ding donging, but as I've seen all of this unraveling with certain companies and certain leaders in K-pop, I have just questioned myself, how can I change my role in being a K-pop fan and being a consumer in pop culture and media? Maybe some of you guys will find this extreme, but I have taken the steps of blocking all artists from a certain company. And it's like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, it's not the artists themselves that did it. Like, how do I punish the company without punishing my fave or whatever? But it's kind of just like, your fave will be fine. Like, they are still fine financially. Like, they are going to live a good life. Like, our last thought should be making sure our favorite parasocial celebrity relationship is getting millions of dollars. If we're going to spend time promoting people for free, why not support people who are putting more time and effort towards the art itself and towards the music and media and culture, instead of the people who are just making copy and paste of culture just for the sake of revenue and commerce. And I know that's like hard to do again, but it's like a question for you, a question for me. It's kind of just like, how can we, as K-pop lovers, music lovers, pop culture, pop music lovers, I don't know, like, how can we actively change our role in this? There is a lot of polished work out there that isn't being backed by evil mastermind companies. So I wonder just how can we shift that, guys? Like, but yes, if you guys would like to have more conversation, I do have a lot of notes on this and I kind of didn't verbalize myself great. I write a lot about it because, again, I'm super interested in just media in general. Nice to meet you guys anyways. I'm glad to just finally put out a video because I've been wanting to practice conversations about media and sociology. But my name is Gabriella. Thank you for watching this video and thank you for clicking on this video. Unfortunately, this is my first video, so there are no other videos. But if you would love to subscribe, I think that would be amazing and lovely. Yes. Goodbye. I actually had the pipeline. I had the pipeline of that I was very into 5 Seconds of Summer, and then they fell off because they kept saying all of this misogynistic junk. And then I was like, oh, my friend is showing me BTS and they seem a lot better and funner. So I got into K-pop that way. And then I slowly was like, oh, I actually like girl groups, like